What's going on, y'all? My name is Francisco with Covenant Dispatch LLC, and welcome to my YouTube channel. If this is your first time here visiting this channel, please do me a favor. Right under this video, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button also so that this video can reach more people. And then lastly, if you like the content that we put out, maybe this is your first video and you want to wait until after this video, or if you've already seen some of our other videos and you like the content we put out, hit that notification bell so that you can stay alerted for when we post any other future content, and as well as when we go live and things like that. So as you guys can already see in the in the title and then also in the thumbnail, I want to just share or actually answer a question that I get frequently, and that is, should independent freight dispatchers track their carriers? And if they should, what platform, what software, system should we use to do that? So I'm going to answer that question here in this video. I'm going to share the screen with you guys to show you guys the platform that I recommend. But before I do that, really quick, we're going to be hosting a free webinar this April 19th, this Wednesday, and it's going to be at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for those of you who are in the Midwest and in the West Coast. So we're going to be talking about the foundational, understandings of independent freight dispatching. It's going to be 45 minutes long on the webinar. We're going to be doing it here on Zoom. And then there's going to be a 15-minute Q&A towards the end of it. So I already kind of have an outline on things I want to talk about. But if you're someone who says, I like the videos, I like the content, but I've been on YouTube for a long time, studying this thing, trying to learn it, and I still don't understand it really, this is going to be an opportunity for you to come on here and be live with me, and me being able to answer questions live for those of you who have questions. So again, if that's something you want to do, it's this Wednesday, April 19th at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to be doing it on Zoom. So what I need you to do, if you want to be a part of that webinar, it's going to be free. What you want to do is comment under this video, I want in, and then secondly, shoot us an email, and in the subject line, put I want in, just say who you are, and then we'll shoot you over the Zoom invite link so that when it comes time for the webinar this Wednesday, we'll shoot it over to you. That way you can just jump on and access it. Just so you guys know, we're going to be starting right at 8 p.m. on the dot. So if you guys are coming in late, you can come in late if you want, but you're going to miss some of the information that we give out. So once again, it's going to be this Wednesday, April 19th. It's going to start at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Free webinar. We're going to be talking about independent freight dispatching. So I can't wait to see you guys there. Just shoot us an email if you want to be a part of that. And that's it. Other than that, we're going to go right into the video, and we're going to talk about should independent freight dispatchers track their carriers? Is that a service they should offer? So I'm actually recording this on Zoom. So let me go ahead and share my screen real quick and pull up the software that I... So some of you guys may have heard about this. If you're someone who's watching my video and you've taken our course, our independent freight dispatcher course, then you may have, well, if you watch the whole course, then you know exactly what I'm talking about already. But for those of you who have no clue, this is the platform and the website that I recommend. It's very simple, easy, straight to the point, and it's user friendly. So first, before I jump into it, let me answer the question, should independent freight dispatchers track their carriers? Now, my personal opinion, I believe that you should always offer it as a service to the carrier. And here's the reason why. Because when some of these freight brokers that you deal with on the load board, they recommend that you have your carrier be tracked anyways, and then they use their own softwares, whether it be MacroPoint and Trucker Path or some of the other ones that they use, right? So they already, some, not all of them, but some freight brokers already use tracking softwares for your carriers, so that way it can eliminate all the phone calls that they have to make, and they can just see exactly where the carrier's at. And so if you already have it as a dispatcher, it just adds quality to your company, altogether. So that's definitely something that I recommend. One of the things you could do, let's say you come across a broker who wants to track your carrier and says, hey, listen, because some of these brokers, they won't even give you the load until your carrier is, joins that software so that they can be tracked. They won't even give you the load. So one of the things you can do to make it a lot easier, and just to kind of eliminate that stress, sometimes some of these carriers are hard to deal with. If you already have your own tracking system or software in place, you can just add the broker as an admin onto your tracking software so that they can go in and just see where the carrier is at. And but one of the things I do want to say though is that you don't want to force if you offer this service to your carriers as a part of your dispatch business, just make sure that you give the carrier the option to opt in or opt out. Most carriers, well, I guess it really depends, but some carriers don't want to opt in just because they don't want you to track them altogether. But then most of them who have been in the game for a little bit already know that some of these brokers do it anyways, so they don't care either way, right? And then as I'll begin to show you, they're able to actually turn it off through their app on their phone whenever they don't want to be tracked anymore. So let me just sign in real quick and show you guys kind of what it looks like. I have no devices connected on here right now, and the reason being is, first of all, I don't want to share that information here on my YouTube channel. So I'm just going to show you guys what it looks like. So as you can see, let me actually move this over here. This is kind of what it looks like. If you go to home now, they give you all the information as far as how to register. You have to download an app on your phone, and let me actually just fast forward right to the map. So here's what it would look like. Of course, we're in the United States. So if you have a truck driver connected to this app, they'll, as a matter of fact, let me see. Don't see my device. We'll click on that. Here's where they show you exactly how you can add a device. So to track a mobile device, you need to install this GPS tracking app, which they'll show you how to do that. It's available on iOS as well. So if you have an iPhone, you can download the app. Once you download the app, you already have your registration, login information. Of course, you have to register to use it. And then once you sign in on your app, it'll automatically integrate with, your phone. And then you have your drivers download the app as well. And then if it's still the same, if they still operate the same way, usually what they'll do is they'll send you, the dispatcher, like a code. You give that code to the driver, and it'll connect them over to this app. Once they're connected, right on the maps, it'll have like a little green arrow, and that green arrow will basically be them, and it'll show you where they're at and stuff like that, and it'll track them live. So wherever they're at, you'll be able to track them right off of this app. So this is actually one of the tabs that you can have up on your monitor or on your laptop whenever you're doing your day-to-day dispatching operations. You just have this up off to the side, and you'll be able to see where they're at and track them. Now, some carriers have already, or especially if they're driving over the road or even regional, most of them, all of them should have an ELD platform that they already use, and I would say even all ELD platforms already offer a tracking system as a part of their platform. Now, if the carrier doesn't want to do this, they can even add you as an admin to their ELD platform. And if they do that, you'll be able to track them right off their ELD platform. Now, sometimes they might not want you to do that, or they might not give you access to that. In that event, you could just say, hey, look, we already have our own tracking system, and can we, just add you on here? If they don't want to get added, of course, then they just opt out to it, and you just, let them know, hey, that just means we'll be giving you phone calls whenever we need ETAs and stuff like that. So, all in all, in a nutshell, I recommend to offer this service because, again, it just adds quality to your company and to your business. And it helps dispatchers. It helps freight brokers be able to book loads quickly and easily. The ones that do already track their carriers. I had a situation one time where a carrier, I was trying to book a load, and it was a good load, and the broker was sending over the macro point link to my driver, but the driver's saying, look, it's not working. So it was like this whole thing, but the driver already picked up the load. But on the rate confirmation, it says if the driver does not connect to the macro point and there's no, they can't track the carrier, then I think they take 50% of the load rate or something crazy like that. But the broker was sitting there arguing back and forth with me, and I'm saying, listen, it's not working. So what I ended up just doing was I added him as an admin to be able to come on here and check the location of the driver, and then he ended up being okay with that because he was able to track the carrier either way. And you know, we were squared away. So that's just a scenario. It's not with every broker, but you know, sometimes you'll come across that. So it's just better again to just have it available so that way when you run into that situation, you already prepared. So guys, that's my take on it. I believe you should. Here's a perfect website that you can use and platform. Real easy. They don't even charge. Now, of course, once you hit a certain amount of drivers that you have connected, then of course they'll charge you probably a subscription of some sort, but it's free. You know, maybe you have 5, 6 carriers or something like that. It's free and you'll be able to utilize it. It connects automatically to the driver's phone. So, you know, wherever the driver's phone is at is basically where it's going to track, which of course the driver's going to always have it on them. So it'll track them wherever they go. And the driver from the app can click off whenever they don't want you to be tracking them anymore. So I think it's a great website, great platform. You let me know what you guys think in the comments. Maybe some of you already utilize other ones and you could talk about that. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Other than that, once again, this Wednesday, April 19th at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we're going to be doing a free webinar. If you want in, comment I want in, and then send us an email to at courses@covenantdispatchllc.com. And I'm sorry, guys, if I didn't say the email in the beginning of the video, but it's going to be courses@covenantdispatchllc.com. We're going to put the email in the description under this video, and we're going to also add it somewhere on the screen. When I go ahead and edit this video, I'll add it. So other than that, guys, I'll see you guys at the webinar for those of you who are there, and I'll see you guys in the next video that we post on here.